Hi, welcome to Viewpoint. My name is Rosalinda. Thank you for joining me today. I am so thrilled that you're here on my show and viewing this show, and we have two wonderful guests. And so I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on Viewpoint.
Thank you.
Representing the Chamber Commerce today of Polson is Heather Knutson, and she is the president of the Polson Chamber of Commerce, and Marie Mahugh, who is the office manager of the Chamber. And so your office is located in Polson. Is that right, ladies?
Correct. Yeah, it's right on Main Street.
Awesome. I'm really happy that you all are on the show. It's such a great organization, and you all have so much to offer our community here in Polson and also the surrounding community. So thank you so much for being on my show. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
You're so welcome. So can you tell me a little bit about the Polson Chamber of Commerce and also what this organization does for our local community here?
Sure, yeah. The Polson Chamber of Commerce is a membership organization. So we're built of nonprofit members, business members, personal members, and agricultural members, just many members within the community. And what our primary focus is to support those members by promoting our area to visitors, by responding to visitor requests, by networking the different businesses and members from our organization, and hosting various events to feature them. And we also have a website, polsonchamber.com, so that helps to promote their businesses as well, and just basically to offer a little world to all these businesses to be able to promote themselves to both local community members as well as visitors that come to the area.
That's great. And can you describe to my viewers what the mission of the Chamber is as well?
Yeah, the mission of the Chamber is to serve, support, and strengthen our members by enhancing our business climate, promoting our area, and fostering a sense of community. So what that means essentially is in order to accomplish that mission, we do several different tasks throughout the year through a variety of committees that we have.
And I really think that I was part of a chamber a long time ago, and I really felt that your position within the community is a hub, a very important hub like this hub, and then has all these spokes that go out to help these different businesses and people to connect and stuff like that.
It's a very good visual description.
Yeah, that's how I've always visioned a chamber to be, and it's so like it's so needed, and it's a big part of our community as a whole. It's what I think.
A good example, this past week we had a business that joined the chamber that had never been a member before, but has been in our community for over 20 years. Wow. And in this new business climate, people are finding that they actually need to be connected better than they have been in the past. So we were able to work with this business that's been around for a long time, but make some networking connections and provide some opportunities to disseminate information about their business, get them connected on our website, and provide them with access to a whole new base of clientele that they'd not reached into in the past. So just a good example of that network, of that hub where we serve as a center.
So can you tell me, how does a person or a business become a member of the Chamber of Commerce, since we're on that subject?
Sure, yeah, they can online on polsonchamber.com. There is a link on there to becoming a member, and they can sign up right online. Certainly calling the Chamber Commerce office is another way, and talking to Marie.
Awesome.
It's very simple process, and additionally we have introductory rates to get started, and we're willing to work if, certain seasonality. Obviously we live in a community where there's seasonality involved.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
we're in the middle of one.
Exactly.
And shoulder.
Yeah.
And so we're willing to set up payments that work for the member as well. So it makes it very easy and very simple, and then we feature them at our general luncheon that we have, the general meeting, and highlight the new members at that point.
That's great. I went to a luncheon recently that was hosted by you folks, and I had such a great time.
Good.
I had a really great time, and I learned a lot from the different businesses, and it was like information that I know that I wouldn't have been able to get elsewhere. So it's a really good networking tool, really great networking that you all do for the community.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because the general luncheon, which is held the first Wednesday of the month at Quataknook. It is a really wonderful opportunity to network with people. We get a great lunch, and then there's time to have conversations and talk about different business possibilities and many partnerships. And then we also bring in speakers every month, and it varies very broadly as to the speaker that we bring in, but it's usually very informational and insightful. And so it's a great opportunity. Even if non-members are interested, they are welcome to come and attend.
Know that.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity to get your feet wet and see what the Chamber's all about at that point.
That's really cool. I didn't know that. I thought you had to be like a member to be able to be part of anything like that.
No, open to the public.
Encourage it.
Can you supply me some detail on how you accomplish your mission?
Sure, we have several different things. So our mission really is to serve and support our members, and through various things that we do, we put together it's a Flathead Lake Polson visitor information guide and brochure. So that's supplied. We produced about 7,000 of those in the last year, and those are distributed across Montana nationally to visitors that come in, visitors that request information. We send that out to them. So it's a really good, useful information on what we offer in the area.
Just to interject,
Sure.
Related to that visitor brochure, it's also a great opportunity for small businesses that might not have a large marketing budget to put an advertisement out that gets a pretty good local visibility, but also a regional visibility, which gives them a low dollar cost, but a high visibility and a good return on their investment as visitors come in and see. A lot of times a small bed and breakfast or a hotel that might not be a chain utilizes that as a chance to get their talking points in front of someone.
That's really important because a lot of these startup businesses don't have a lot of capital to do the advertising issue, and that's so important. Right. I know that it's an issue, and particularly now in today's economy. So that's a really great thing. Yeah, that's a really great thing.
So that's one of our main projects that we do in order to accomplish our mission. Having the general meetings, as we had talked about, is another great one to support our members and serve our members. We also have the splash events, which are the evening networking events, and those happen on the third Thursday of the month. Again, those are open to the public as well to come and see what the Chamber is all about and to make some decisions on if they think that's the right fit for them. And at those move around. It's a really great opportunity to experience different businesses in the community, and there's usually some food and some drinks, and it's a great time to socialize. They're usually very, very fun. Good place to bring your
business card.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. You're gonna have to bear with me. When I heard splash and I was looking at it, I was like, are they jumping in the water somewhere?
We should try that sometime.
I immediately thought of water. So that's just me though. But that's great. Yeah. So that sounds like such a fun event.
It's a great event. It's just really relaxing and fun to network and visit with people and catch up. And really what SPLASH stands for is Support Polson Late Afternoon Social Hour. So there is an actual meaning for that other than just jumping into the water. But maybe that's how we should start in January. Power plunge splash event.
Wouldn't that be fun? I might do that. That would be fun. Oh, that's funny. So like when we get tons of tourists that come into this area, as you know, tons of tourists. Tell me, do you get tons of tourists at your offices?
I will let Marie answer that.
Well, actually, yes, we do. It's amazing. Our numbers for the summer season in 2012 were up about 25% over last summer. We also had a unique event that took place in the winter of 2012 with the visit from the 15 snowy owls that came from the Arctic region. It brought in, on average, about 200 visitors in both February, March, and then the numbers started to taper off in April, and the owls were actually gone by about the middle of April. But that was a great winter tourism activity that we couldn't anticipate or plan for, but it ended up bringing great tourism dollars for the hotel industry, the food services industry, the gasoline and convenience store industry. So on an overall basis, normally the winter you would never see that kind of foot traffic coming through the community. As summer came up, we get visitors from all over the world, Rosalinda.
Yeah,
it is absolutely amazing. The number of people who find their way to 418 Main Street. And a lot of times they're like, we had no idea you were here. But they're so excited when they get there. A lot of people travel and they don't actually have a specific plan in mind as to what they want to do when they get to Polson. And so it creates a great opportunity for us to work with them. And we focus on the area that starts at Big Arm and goes to our Lee. We try to give them, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know you guys spread it out that.
Well, we try to keep them focused so that they stay in our community and want to spend their tourism dollars here. And there's so many wonderful activities for them to participate in. And many of them are free and they just don't even realize they're there. So we put together this summer kind of a little valley tour that takes them around the lake and to the south of our community and incorporates a lot of the attractions, both nonprofit museums, the Bison Range, the Mission, just the vista points, and we try to point out where waterfalls and things that people driving by might completely miss. So we had a lot of fun. We had 7 great volunteers throughout the summer that really spent a great amount of time learning themselves what was there to tell people about.
That is so cool. Now, did you take pictures of those owls? Oh my God.
There's some phenomenal pictures.
We have.
What's interesting too is many of the professional photographers that were here have offered Marie and the Chamber their images that they took, and they're just beautiful.
We have a great
one of these days you'll have to share them with me,
Absolutely.
ladies.
Absolutely.
Love to.
Yeah, that would be so great.
Yeah.
Wow,
We hope they come back.
Yeah.
That would be good. So you mentioned about having volunteers. So tell me, if people wanted to volunteer to help this wonderful organization, what do they do?
Certainly, yeah. They would just need to call the office, and then we would discuss with them what their availability is and what the needs are for the Chamber to have coverage in the appropriate areas. Obviously, as summer gets here, we get quite a bit more busy, and there's a lot more visitors and a lot more responses that we have to have. But yeah, if anybody is interested, certainly we would encourage them to call the Chamber.
That is
In
great.
addition to the volunteering at the office, I think it's really important for people to understand that we have about 3.5, 4 months of every weekend there's an activity. And it's so important to spread that out amongst many volunteers as opposed to a few. So as people look ahead to the coming seasons, it might be great for them to let us know that they have an interest, and we can connect them to the organizations that are sponsoring those events.
That is so great.
And we always have a need for volunteers for community events.
That is so great. That is such a needed thing, because we all can't do it alone, right? We just can't. So that's really good. How many members do you have in your chamber right now, number-wise?
We have roughly, it varies, but we have anywhere, it's usually right around 265 to about 280, 290, somewhere in there. It'll range in that range, roughly.
That is really great. That is awesome. Well, it sounds like you're doing a variety of programs and opportunities for businesses and visitors. How many people are doing this type of job?
At the Chamber office.
Okay.
At the Chamber office, we have an office manager, and then we have probably about 5 very consistent volunteers who are there they represent a different day of the week. And then after a certain amount of time, those volunteers will oftentimes say, I want to take a few days off. And so we have a great reserve of people who come in and fill in those spaces. So I would say there's probably 9 to 10 really consistent volunteers, and then the office manager.
That is great.
And then the board of directors is about 13 members of the board of directors, and the committees are managed through, there's chairs of each of the committees through the board of directors. So they contribute to the work as well.
That is great. Well, I'm just really glad that you all are doing this work. Now, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
I fill my mind with knowledge and wisdom. I make decisions without alcohol or drugs. I let go of the things that hold me back. I honor my body by protecting myself. One heart, one mind, one world. HIV affects everyone. Get tested.
Welcome back to Viewpoint, and my guests today are Marie Mahugh and who is the office manager at the Chamber, and also Heather Knutson, who is the president of the Chamber. So thank you again for being on the show. I so appreciate it. And we're talking about the Polson Chamber of Commerce, which is a great organization that serves this valley, and it does wonderful things in connecting and having people having education and information about different businesses and different events out there. And so as we were talking about the different activities and that you do within the community, I wanted to know, like you mentioned that you're able to share information with visitors about the history and the culture of the community, which is very important to all of us. And so how do you share this information, and how do you gather that information?
You probably are in charge of getting a lot of that if you want to.
To gather that information, what we did is, when I started at the Chamber, I was fairly new to the community, and I knew that the history and culture were important to know and understand. So we've worked really closely with all of the local museums, including the People's Center, where we've developed a relationship and an understanding of the types of exhibits that they have and the information they can provide. The Polson Historical Museum, the Miracle of America Museum, and the Nine Pipes Museum have all worked very well with us to provide us with brochures and easy access for visitors. The hours that they represent during our peak tourism times are wonderful. It's great to be able to provide that, and they're very frequently visited. We find that oftentimes they'll stop at one, have so much fun that they actually will go on to one of the others. So the cultural activities of those museums are wonderful to begin with, and then the access as well to so many community leaders that have been here for a long time, that helps as well.
That's really good. There's so much culture here, and it's so rich and diverse as well. And so I want to ask you a question. When you refer a visitor to one of these locations, do you get feedback from them about how they felt about the experience? And what is that feedback?
Yes.
Well, probably one of the best feedbacks is one of the best cultural experiences are the powwows in July.
Oh, good.
Both in Arlee and up in Big Arm, and people will many times, I'll run into them at one of the campgrounds, or I'll run into somebody downtown and they'll say, "Thank you so much for telling us about this location or this event," and they've had such a great time. And oftentimes it's that activity or the access to the information that they gained at one of those facilities that will encourage them to explore beyond the parameters of the building and go out and see more for themselves. It'll encourage them to go to the bison range, or it'll encourage them to take a hike and go to Mission Falls, or to do something that they might not have planned because they didn't know it was there, but they learned about it at their visit or one of the events they attended.
That is really great, because it's about education, and education is so important. And how are you reaching out within the schools, within the public school areas?
Yeah, we're working with the schools when they bring different groups and events into town, so we help to respond to their needs in the form of welcome packets for any types of groups that they bring. Just this past year, Polson hosted the Montana State Speech and Debate competition.
Great.
And it's a wonderful thing because it comes at a time of the year, as we were talking about seasonality, where business is a little slower, and all of the restaurants and retail, the hotels all had really great spikes from that. And it's just a wonderful partnership to have with the schools to be able to work together with that and help them out when they have visitors and students coming in.
That is so great. I never knew that you did that with our schools.
Yes.
I think that is so great.
Yeah, thank you.
I wonder if there's a possibility of working with Salish Community College, or maybe you already are working with Salish Community College on this.
Marie actually just finished putting together welcome packages for the new students. So.
Oh,
Yes,
tell me about that.
Oh, we just worked with Angelique and Karen at the foundation and had the opportunity to go through some of the material that might be beneficial to a new student who's coming in from out of the state.
Is so nice.
A lot of times kids who
you.
are here know all the things that are going on around them, but if you're brand new to a community, it might be nice to have a map or a calendar of events and things that they could participate in. So we just put together, I think there was about 100 bags we dropped off for the college kids.
What a great service. I had no idea. I heard about some packets, but this is really important, and it makes me happy to see you all reaching out to Salish Community College like that and helping our students.
We appreciate what they do to help us too.
Yes.
Well, thank you. So can you talk a little bit about partnerships in the Chamber?
In addition to that partnership just
yeah,
described.
That is really great.
I would say that our partnerships really stem from the local community and extend out to the state and federal level. So at a local level, we work with city government, we work with the nonprofits in the community. We actually extend into, now there's an organization that's working on developing community input. So we've been helping them through the Envision Polson, the Heart and Soul projects. The city of Polson has been very, very supportive of us. And because we rely on them for so many of our events, it's great to have good relationships there. Really grateful for the relationship that we have with Rob McDonald, who's really helped us a lot in understanding information and getting access to the things that help us as we develop our programs and move forward at the Chamber. So we're grateful to the tribal relationship. And at the state and federal level, we work not only with the Fish and Wildlife and their tourism groups, but on a federal basis as well with the Forestry Department. Beyond the tribal lands, we're connected to state and federal forests. So it gives us access to information that helps someone who's planning to come in at the south end of the valley, but begin a journey to the north end of the valley, which could include some time on the lake. So lots of different organizations involved in that and lots of great partnerships in that.
Yeah. And in addition to those, we also work with Glacier Country Tourism Region and the State Tourism Department, Travel Montana, and those guys are really great to help us out and give us guidance on different aspects as well as helping to promote our area individually. So we've worked with both of those organizations quite a bit as well.
That is awesome. So you offer so much to our community, and I'm wondering about fundraising, about if people want to donate, if people are allowed to donate to the Chamber. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. We have the fundraising. The Chamber basically operates with membership, and then certainly people could donate to the Chamber or become a friend of the Chamber as well, and in order to enable them to donate and contribute. We also host various, we've started a new fundraising event. It was the Chamber Blast competition this year, and that was held at Big Sky Sporting Clays. And it was a wonderful event. It was shooting, basically. Is it trap? I'm sorry. I shot and I don't even know. Sporting clays. It's sporting clays, yeah. So you go out and it's sort of like a golf course situation where you're going on a course and then you get to shoot at the different clay pigeons that they toss out there for you. And it was a fantastic event this year. We had about 6 or 7 teams that participated, and then we had a barbecue afterwards. And just a really fun event that was put together, and we hope to continue that. So that was the first annual event this year.
That is so fun. Now, do you have any future events that you're planning?
Yeah, this on November 2nd is going to be our 2012 annual banquet. And that's a really wonderful event. It's our opportunity to celebrate all the hard work everyone has done all year, the entire community. And we'll be honoring several people for their contributions to the community. We have different awards that we give out that night: Citizen of the Year, Leadership Award, Agricultural Business of the Year Award, a Business Person or Entity of the Year, and Nonprofit Organization of the Year. So we give away awards to these, and it's just really a fun, fabulous night to celebrate all the work that everyone puts in throughout the year.
Is this open to the community?
Certainly.
And how much is it to get into this event, or is it free? Or
yeah, they're tickets.
The tickets are available at the Polson Chamber office at 418 Main Street. The tickets are $45 a person, and that includes it is a sit-down meal, which is very
really
nice. And Heather mentioned it is an awards ceremony, but it's also really a celebration of the businesses. They do a really good job of presenting new businesses that have joined the Chamber over the past year. So it's a great opportunity to really showcase people that are new in the community as well. And this year they've added a special feature. They're going to have a disc jockey and 2 hours of dancing at the end of the day.
Oh,
so it's a real celebration now.
You need to get out. Put your dancing
That's
shoes
gonna be
on.
fun. I hope they play pop or something.
We'll put in a
Or
request.
some country too. Put some country too. But I like pop too. I will put my request in. Oh, that is so fun. Oh, so and that is a really amazing thing that your folks are doing with that. And so I so want to encourage people to attend this event. And so what's your number at the chamber for if they have more information, if they want more information?
5969, and they can give us a call. We're there during the hours of 10 to 2 for our winter hours.
Awesome. And do you have what's it called, a keynote speaker by chance? Is anybody going to be?
We don't have a keynote speaker. We present throughout the night a couple of different things, and then we'll have dinner, and then get back on and present and do the award ceremony, and then finish up with the dancing at the end.
Awesome. And where is this going to be at again?
It's at Quatucknuck.
At the Quatucknuck Resort. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. I might even attend.
Great. We would love to have you.
That would
love
be
to
fun.
have
We'd love to have you.
That sounds like so much fun.
It's Friday, November 2nd, and it starts at 6 p.m. So
Thank you.
It would be recommended to get tickets in advance, just in case we sell out. So yeah,
Oh.
we did sell out last year.
You
so
sold out last year.
we
How many
did, yes.
people attended last year?
210, I believe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the greatest shindig then
Yeah, we'll
in
have
the
a good
valley.
time.
Yeah, this
I
sounds
hope you
like
can make
fun. Well, thank you. So I just want to say thank you again for being on the show, ladies. I really appreciate it. And you all are doing such great work.
Thank you.
Please continue to build those bridges within our communities and educate people and do the best that you can to help other people as well. I think that you folks are doing just a great job, and I wish you well on your fundraiser.
Thank you.
I really do.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. And so this is Rosalinda with Viewpoint. I want to thank all my viewers for being with me today, and I look forward to the next show. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.